Hello everyone. So in the continuation of the last lecture, in which we were studying about the water pollution and the sources of water pollution, like point sources and non-point sources. So we have studied about point sources and non-point sources. Now start the other sources of water pollution, like apart from the uh, point sources and non-point sources, there are other sources also. Those may create water pollution, like first, urbanization. As we see in practical life, daily life, we can see easily, like urbanization leads to water pollution, because as urbanization occur, or people are going to urbans, then the people will produce more phosphorus and more the more concentration of phosphorus. So that phosphorus may lead into the water pollution. So urbanization is the one of the most cause of the water pollution. The second, we can see sewage and other oxygen demanding waste. So like management of solid waste is not successful due to huge volume of organic and non biodegradable waste generated daily, as we can see. As a consequence of garbage in most part of India is unscientifically disposed, and ultimately that leads to increase in the pollutant load of surface and groundwater courses also. So sewage can be fertilizer, as it releases important nutrient to the environment, such as nitrogen and phosphorus, which plants and animals needs for their growth. So chemical fertilizers used by farmers also add nutrient to the soil, which drain into river and further seas, and also add to the fertilizer effect of the sewage. So together, sewage and fertilizer can cause a massive increase in the growth of algae, or maybe plankton, that facilitate huge area of oceans, lake or rivers, creating a condition known as algal bloom, thereby reducing the dissolved oxygen content of water and killing other forms of, like fish and all the water living. So third, we can see the industrial waste also produces water pollution. As we know, many of the industries are situated along the bank of river, such as steel and paper industries, for their requirement of huge amounts of water in manufacturing process. And finally, their waste containing acids, alkalis, and other like various types of dyes are dumped and poured down into the river as effluents. So chemical industries concerning with manufacture of aluminium release large amount of fluoride through their emissions to air and effluent to water bodies. So that may further create water pollution. And agrochemical waste also creates water pollution, because in the agricultural sector, water and electricity for irrigation are subsidized for political reasons, as we see in our real life. So this leads to wasteful flood irrigation rather than adoption of more optimal practices, such as sprinkler and drip irrigation. So cropping pattern and farming practices also do not necessarily encourages the judicious use of water. So there are losses of water due to breaches and seepage, resulting in waterlogging and salinity. So further, due to these causes, water pollution may happen. And the thermal pollution, as we can see, because of thermal pollution, water pollution also creates, because change in water temperature adversely affect water quality and aquatic biota. So majority of the thermal pollution in water is caused due to the human activities. Acid rain also causes water pollution. So these are the other sources other than the major sources, like point and non-point. These are some other sources for water pollution. Now we'll see the effect of water pollution. So there are various adverse effects of water pollution, like on human. On human, how water pollution can affect the human health. So as we know, there are various chemicals present in water, like some metals as fluoride, arsenic, lead, mercury. So fluoride in water is essential for protection against dental caries and weakening of the bones. So arsenic, as we know, arsenic is a very toxic chemical that reaches the water naturally or from the wastewater of ceramic. So that creates the various health problems to the human. And the various waterborne diseases also happens or create due to the water pollution in the human health. So all these microorganisms play a major role in water quality, and the microorganisms that are concerned with waterborne diseases. So these problem creates typhoid fever, diarrhea, and cholera. So the most dangerous form of water pollution occurs when these bacteria enters into the water supply. And the water pollution also affects the plants, like, and due to the acid deposition plants affects, because the many of the gases from acid and other acidic substances released into the atmosphere from industrial or domestic sources of combustion from fossil fuels. Finally, they fall down to the ground and reach the water bodies along with the rainwater from polluted soil surface, thereby causing acidification of water bodies by lowering its pH. So, in many countries, the chemical substances like sulfates, nitrates, and chlorides have been reported to make water bodies such as lakes, rivers, and ponds acidic. And the it can also affect the plants by nutrient deficiency in the aquatic ecosystem, because the water pollution creates the deficiency of the nutrients. So due to which the aquatic plants or animals start dying, so the ecosystem may imbalance. And it also affects the organic matter deposition, and in the industrial waste also get affects due to the water pollution. And the finally is the control of water pollution, like how we can control water pollution. This is very easy, and we can say we in real life we several times we used to listen or read from the other various sources, like we have to be do this and this to avoid water pollution. So these are some here, like optimized irrigation and cropping patterns, farming practices should be encouraged or adopted for judicious use of water, like by adopting good farming practices we can judiciously use the water. And there should be ban of washing of clothes and laundry alongside the river banks to avoid the water pollution into the river. And all towns and cities must have sewage treatment plants to treat the sewage water. And the most important point is making people aware of the problem is the first step for prevent water pollution. So hence importance of water and pollution prevention measures should be a part of awareness and education program. So that's how we can control water pollution. So that's the end of this chapter, pollution and its act. And so in next lecture we'll start the solid waste management. Thank you.